Hey up for the pips, welcome back to the channel, and if it's your first time here, welcome. Today you join me as I look back over my recent London trip, and this trip has been 10 years in the making. Yeah, you heard me right, 10 years in the making. The reason why? Because I'm much like you guys out there watching this, and I have families, I have work and holidays that you've got to sort of all put in to one basket and work out how you can juggle all these things. And for me, I like to organise a holiday. So we'll go to London, we'll see a show, we'll see the sights, and then that'll give me the opportunity to get up early in the morning and go and do the photography that I want to do, giving myself 2 or 3 hours while everyone's getting ready for us to go out sightseeing. But then I'll also take the camera with me and say, I know, let's go down the South Bank, have a look at the London Eye, the Houses of Parliament, and we'll work the photography in with the sightseeing. So that's the way I like to do it, and that's why these images have all been 10 years in the making. If you look back over the channel, you'll see I've visited London many times, many different locations, and I have finally ticked the last thing off the original list, which dates back 10 years. But there's always a new list, but this is the original list. I'm finding new places all the time, but finally it's complete. Now I find myself in day one in the financial building and the Lloyd's of London building, also known as the Inside Out. The way I chose to tackle these urban landscapes was like I would take any landscape image. I looked at the pathways as being a river cutting through a hillside or mountain vista, and then worked with the buildings as if they was hills and mountains engulfing me. So one of my favourite shots was to look up and really wide out at 10mm on the 10-24 Fujinon and just spin round until I found the composition I wanted. It is so strange. If you've never done it before, it's a completely different way of photographing, because in a landscape your composition is left to right, where with this it's round. I mean, where else do you sort of go round? I mean, that's what you're actually doing, but you're looking up and doing it. So and to get that perspective and get it right, the way the buildings are engulfing and making sure that the gaps are right, because they're not going to meet up. It's not a 360 camera, it's obviously not, and you're going to get gaps, and you've got to make sure where would the gap look right. Also think of the reflections that you're taking from building to building. That is always an amazing shot. It's one of my favorite shots to do, because you're seeing the building but you're also seeing the building opposite and its reflection. It's a really good shot to do, so again, keep that in mind. So once I'd done my time around the financial district, on the second location was surprising really. I didn't realise it was that close to the Lloyd's building, and it was down the street, hang a right again, and we was in Lidnall Market. I'm sure it's a Tudor market. It could be Victorian. Let me know in the comments below, but I think it's from the days of Henry VIII, and the decor that's in there today, the moulds and the sculpts are all from the original time it was built. So go in there, think about how old this place is and work with that. Try and get that feeling. For me, it was early in the morning and there was nobody really about still, which worked great for the financial area, but not so much for Leadenhall, because I was expecting to see it full of people and they were still setting up. There were 1 or 2 people having breakfast, but I was hoping that it would be full and you could hear the chitter chatter of people discussing the day, walking, maybe grabbing a pastry and a coffee and heading to the office. But it was literally dead really for how many people would be in there. So take that into consideration, and because obviously, like I said, I was doing during the holiday, that I've got to take what I can, and that's much like all my adventures, as you well know. So with that said and done, enjoy the videos. Don't forget to like, share and subscribe and comment. Also, don't forget, hit that notification button. That way you'll be notified whenever a video is uploaded. So guys, there's one thing left to do, and that's get out and tube. You know you want to. Till next time, keep